WWRR, Scranton, Wilkes-Barre, WMMZ, Berwick, Bloomsburg, Hazleton, WYCK, Plains.
Powered by Mohegan Sun Poano.
The River, 105 and 103.5.
This is Music on the Menu on the River.
Timothy, where on earth did you go?
Featuring Northeast PA's best artists.
Maybe, never mind. She can move me like the stereo, like a song on the radio. She's an angel in the morning, yeah, that's me.
And now, here's your host, Alan K. Stout.
So I got that going for me, which is nice.
All right, everybody. Happy Sunday night. Welcome to Music on the Menu on the River. Alan K. Stout with you as I always am. Sunday nights, 9 to 10 o'clock. Bringing you regional artists doing their own original material from right here in northeastern Pennsylvania. Hanging out with D.C. Taylor. D.C., good to see you, buddy.
All right. You too, Alan. How's it going?
I'm doing fine. We said last week that we would be in a great mood this week because it is March 1st.
That's right.
Which means that
March.
we are really technically, I consider March spring. I know it doesn't start till the 21st.
It's the first day of meteorological spring.
Meteorological.
That's what the weather people say.
So we'll take it.
Yeah,
you know.
absolutely.
So, those dark months of January and February are behind us.
Behind us, yep.
Good stuff. Good stuff looking forward to next couple of months with the weather, and good stuff to look forward to the next hour because we have a special guest in the studio with us tonight. Marty Monahan is here. He is the lead vocalist and guitarist with the band, the Boastfuls. Welcome, Marty. Good to see you, man.
Good to see you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming in. We have been playing your song Tequila on the show since the last week of December, the week that you released it. We got it right on. And on DC, I'd say we probably played it, probably 5 or 6 times since then.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much.
Every other week or so, we've been playing it on the program.
Yep.
Try to mix it up, but we've been giving it a lot of spins. We're going to talk about, Marty's going to hang out with us for a while, so we're going to talk about the Boastfuls. We're going to talk about them as a band and what they're up to, their history. They're a part of the Banding Together for Brett show coming up in April at the Woodlands, so we'll talk about that as well. But just to get things started here, Marty, let's talk about the song. I mean, you released your first original song right before the end of the year. You accompany it with a great music video, a lot of energy in the video. So, one of the things that I remember reading about the song and talking about on the program here when we premiered it was it's not about alcohol. It's not this.
No, not
Sammy
the
Hagar
slightest.
actually has a song about tequila where, he condones doing shots of tequila. Your song is not that at all.
No, and we learned real quick we don't like tequila either. we learned that really quick after writing it.
People kept buying them for you.
Yeah, no, every gig after the release for 3 weeks, everyone was like, "Oh, let's get tequila." We're like, no.
So tell us exactly what is the meaning behind the song Tequila. I know we talked about it on the program a little bit a few weeks ago or months ago, but in your own words.
Yeah, so normally I get to escape this because most of the lyrics were written by our drummer Chad.
Okay.
So normally he gets to explain this and I just get to sit back. But it's kind of like this, like you just want something or you meet somebody that's no good for you. It's just something or somebody you shouldn't really be around, but you just really want to. And the metaphor about tequila, Chad wrote this line that says, "You deal tequila without the lime." So it's the thing that's supposed to make it bearable, it's not bearable.
It's not even there.
Yeah, and we've done a lot of shots of tequila without lime, and I could vouch for that. It's horrible.
So it's kind of about maybe chasing after something that's not good for you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I love metaphors in songs, and I love it when there's a little story behind it like that. Thanks for sharing it. Let's play it for you right now. The Boastfuls, Tequila.
Get your flavor out of my mind. I know you got it cooking and I'm looking this little bit that I could keep, but now you already know. I know you know you're the reason I gotta go.
Hi, this is Patrick McGlynn, and you're listening to Music on the Menu with Alan K. Stout on the River.
We used to hang outside of a grocery store. We were raised on fuzz and power chords. When we would spend our Halloween smashing pumpkins on the street. Whoa, 15. Whoa, 15. Why can't it always be the way it was 15? When 4 chords were all we had, and no school could teach us that. And every night chasing down a dream, some teenage Americana queen. Whoa, 15. Whoa, 15. Why can't it always be the way it was 15? There was something magic in the way it felt. Back in the alley, raising hell. Stereo and an empty soda can. You heard sirens, everybody ran. Whoa, 15. Whoa, 15. Why can't it always be the way it was 15? We used to hang outside of the grocery store.
Patrick McGlynn here on Music on the Menu on the River, song called 15. Great song about coming of age and adolescence. Before that, the Boastfuls with the premiere song from the band Tequila. They just dropped that about 3 months ago. We're hanging out here with Marty Monahan from the Boastfuls, who sang that song. He told us a little bit about the track when we opened the program. But, you know, let's talk a little bit about the band itself, Marty. Right out of the gate, you guys form in the spring of 2018. You are you win the Steamtown Music Award that year for Best New Artist. You were finalists for the Alt Rock Act of the Year. I mean, so, you know, you got a great social media following right out of the gate. You're doing well at your shows in the Scranton area. People are coming out to see you. You're on the radio. Talk to us about how this band got together. You're young guys. You're only 21 years old. So
Yeah.
how'd you form as a unit?
So
How'd you
our
meet?
original guitarist, Brandon, and I were in a band for 7 years prior to the Boastfuls, and I was a drummer.
Okay.
So when I started working at Wegmans, I had met Chad, our drummer, and we shared that common interest. We were both like huge Foo Fighters fans, played like very like similar like brands and stuff like that.
So you talked a lot about drumming.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That was really how we became friends. And at the time, I was teaching myself guitar, but wasn't great. I wasn't like, you know, going out of my way to learn because I was still primarily drumming in a band. And we just got to the point where like I really wanted to start playing guitar more. And I wanted to try singing a lot more because I was doing backup vocals that whole time too. And it was great, but I was just ready to try something new. And at the time, Chad was in another band, and we both just decided, you know, we'll just get together, hang out, and jam a little bit. And originally we had Tyler Salick, who's the guitarist of the Holtzman Effect and Always Undecided too, who was phenomenal. And our bassist at the time was somebody I went to or go to college with still, Ricky Boblitz
Okay.
at Marywood, who's a phenomenal bassist. So around March or April of 2018, we started getting together. The original lineup kind of shifted a little bit. Tyler stepped back pretty quickly. It just, we all had a lot going on, and it wasn't quite for him. So me, Ricky, Brandon, and Chad started pushing it a little more, and we actually ended up booking a gig for First Friday before we had really practiced a whole lot. So we put ourselves, and it was like a 3-hour gig too. So we needed to learn like 37 songs.
Oh, wow.
And it was like 2.5 weeks out, and we were like, okay, I guess we're doing this now. So we did. And
Baptism by fire.
yeah,
Man.
exactly. Yeah, we were just like, all right, let's see if we could actually do this, and it went well. And then, literally, it had to have been the week later, maybe 2 weeks after that, because it was the first Friday of May. Kenneth Norton of Grace's Downfall was playing at the V Spot, and they needed an opener, and they had asked Chad's band, Local Concern, and I think their singer was going to be out of town or something like that. So Chad said to him, well, we have this other project going on right now, the Boastfuls, and it's kind of more similar music to what you guys are playing. So we took it, and then our bassist Ricky ended up not being available, so we had to turn it down. And then Ricky found us a fill-in like 2 days before the gig, so we reached out to Ken again, and we're like, okay, we could do it. So
Is that Chris
Benitez,
Yes.
yeah, our current bassist.
current bassist?
Yeah, so it was very strange. He was our fill-in for our second gig and our first like big gig as a band. So yeah, we opened for Grace's Downfall, and Ken was on Facebook Live just during our set, and our manager now, Joe Caviston, just happened to catch it on Facebook. So after that gig, Ken talked to us and said, yeah, I think my partner and I, Joe, would really like to work with you guys a little more. Like, I'll reach out to you. So within that month, we had sat down with Ken and Joe. Joe said, like, yeah, I'd really love to work with you guys. I think, you guys have a lot of potential. And actually at that meeting, like when we first met Joe, he said, just so you guys know, like, we were on the Steamtown Music Awards and the Electric City Music Conference. You guys are nominated for Best New Artist. And that was like 4 or 5 weeks after our first gigs. We're like, wow, that's crazy. Yeah, and ever since then, it really took off. It really picked up after the music conference that year.
Yeah, I mean, well, those guys are very entrenched in the Scranton music scene.
Oh, God,
obviously, they're a big part of it for all they do with the conference and the awards. And I guess for them to take an interest in you right out of the gate, I'd assume was flattering, and it's been good for you.
Yeah, and that was really big for me because Grace's Downfall was the first like local band I had ever seen. I saw them when they played Fuzz Fest at Montage Mountain years and years ago. I was in like 10th grade.
Oh yeah,
they were the first local band I ever saw, and
they did a couple shows at Montage.
Yeah. So to see them at such like a huge place in front of so many people, it was awesome. And then we ended up opening for them, which was even crazier. Cool. And then we ended up working with Ken. And now I play in Grace's with Ken. So it's just been like weird cycle.
We're going to talk more to Marty about the journey of the Boastfuls. But let's get back to some music here. Here's another great artist from Scranton. This is Chris Molyneux, a song called Time After Time. A little Bowie vibe on this one.
Hey, this is Adam Knowlton, and you're listening to Music on the Menu with Alan K. Stout on the River.
Look at me now, standing in a puddle of my own doubt and misery. This has gone too far. The show is over, don't look back. The puppet master pulled your strings too tight. Now I can't fall asleep, tossing and turning, voices overwhelm me. It's clear as day, I'm in too deep. There's more to love than the birds and the bees. It's clear as day, the only thing that you need is a castle and throne with a crown to be queen. It's clear as day. Someone tell me how could it have got this bad? I never wanted it to come down to this. Right from the start, nothing could tear apart what we were, that's inseparable. Now I can't fall asleep, tossing and turning, voices overwhelm me. It's clear as day, I'm in too deep. There's more to love than the birds and the bees. It's clear as day, the only thing that you need is a castle and throne with a crown to be queen. It's clear as day. Now I can't fall asleep, tossing and turning, voices overwhelm me. It's clear as day, I'm in too deep. There's more to love than the birds and the bees. It's clear as day, the only thing that you need is a castle and throne with a crown to be queen. It's clear as day, I'm in too deep. There's more to love than the birds and the bees. It's clear as day, the only thing that you need is a castle and throne with a crown to be queen. It's clear as day.
Adam Knowlton here on Music on the Menu on the River with a song called Clear as Day. That's a brand new tune from Adam that we're debuting here on the show for the very first time. He sent us a couple of new songs recently. We premiered one for you last week, and we're doing another one for you tonight. Again, the tune is called Clear as Day. No album yet. That's from no new record yet from Adam. He's working on one, but like a lot of artists do, they just, kind of release some songs before the record comes out, and so that's what Adam's doing. We love it when he sends us some stuff. Before that, Chris Molyneux, great tune called Time After Time. We're hanging out here with Marty Monahan from the Boastfuls. We talked about the song Tequila when we opened the show. Last segment of the program, we were talking a lot about how the band formed and how it got to its current lineup. Musically, Marty, who are some of your influences as a band? Individually, I'm sure you know who the other guys are, and yourself, and collectively, who are some of your favorite artists that you feel might, kind of blend into your sound a little bit?
So right off the bat, when we started writing, my favorite band is Muse.
Okay.
And Chad and Chris are both also huge fans of Muse. So when we started writing, we were kind of really inspired by them. And then bands like Nothing But Thieves and Royal Blood, like a lot of like current like alternative rock bands. And then like as we started writing, we heard like, especially in Tequila, like a lot of people said like Queens of the Stone Age, which again we're all huge fans of. And
yeah, I heard that when we played it.
Yeah, we get that a lot. And currently Chevelle too who have been around
good
for like
bands.
20 years now. But they're like that heavier like rock. That's sort of where our songwriting is going. So yeah, those are like the biggest influences.
Is that fun for you to play that kind of music as a guitarist?
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah.
Because I love the guitars on the tune. I mean, I love them. I mean, DC knows. I mean, first time we played it, we thought, man, I love that. Great riffs.
Yeah.
Great guitars.
Very nice.
Great stuff.
Yeah, thank you.
Here's one from, we were just talking here, Marty and I, in between breaks, and we both realized that we are both big fans of Miz.
Yes. Huge fan.
You do a show on Marywood?
Yeah, for VMFM.
Where you play local bands as well?
Yeah, so when I was a freshman, we did a really short series that was called Alt Studio, where we had Mike Mizwinski was one of our guests. We had Aaron Fink and James Barrett. And,
good stuff. Good artists.
Yeah. We were truly like really lucky to get such talented people. But yeah, Mike is just such a phenomenal songwriter and like incredibly talented.
This is one of my favorites from Mike. This one's called Broken Wheels.
Quiet daydream one more time to sift through the madness in my mind. Broken wheels stop spinning round and turn my smiles upside down. Well, I want to thank you for leaving me, 'cause I was so broken that I couldn't see. The only thing holding me back was you, and now I'm alone when each day is through. And this is for all the good times we used to share, and this is for all the good times still out there. I want you to know that you're still beautiful, you see. And it don't matter how many lovers you've been through since me. See, there's a warmth in your soul that shines in your eyes when we'd wake up Sunday mornings lying side by side. And there was a short time when things were good, and in that short time I treated you like I should. I want you to know that I still dream of you each night, and I don't care where you wake up or if it's right. 'Cause sometimes the feeling, it gets so deep, but sometimes the mountain, oh you know it's just too steep. And this is for all the good times we used to share, and this is for all the good times still out there. I want you to know that you're still beautiful, you see. It don't matter how many lovers you've been through since me. There was was a time in late September when I left it all behind, holding on to nothing but the wheel that drives my mind. And I heard your tires spinning in the dress I left back home. I just hope you know that right now we're both better off alone. So if this is the last good time we get to share, and if there ain't no more good times for us out there, I want you to know that you're still beautiful to me, and there'll still be that place in time where you'll always be. Quiet daydream one more time to sift through the madness in my mind. Broken wheels stop spinning round and turn my smiles upside down.
What's up, everybody? It's Stephen Murphy from Modern Ties. You're listening to Music on the Menu with Alan K. Stout on the River.
I'll take your shots, keep pretending that I forgot. I keep falling into space I've never known. Long nights, words slip, your head through my fingertips, in your orbit, and I can't seem to let it go. And all my premonitions are so different than before. But if you're my addiction, I'm not sober anymore. Been in love, it's been like growing up. And when you're standing next to me, I feel like I'm enough. My hands on my shoulders and my back's up against the wall. You got some kind of hold on me, and it's supernatural. Baby, it's supernatural. Not asleep, daydreams, serotonin in my bloodstream. This feeling I can't fake. I got the tunnel vision, we gain in my position. You strengthen my ambition to change my reality. Now I believe that there's so much more at stake. Still my superstitions got me paranoid again. But all my intuitions are screaming at me to get it in. Been in love, it's been like growing up. And when you're standing next to me, I feel like I'm enough. My hands on my shoulders and my back's up against the wall. You got some kind of hold on me, and it's supernatural.
Modern Ties here on Music on the Menu on the River with their new song, Supernatural. And before that, Miz with a song called Broken Wheels. This is Music on the Menu. We're here every Sunday from 9 to 10. We play regional artists from northeastern Pennsylvania doing their own original material. We're hanging out here for the whole hour with Marty Monahan from the Boastfuls, and we'll be back in a flash. So stick around. Hi, this is Alan Stout from The River. Please join us on Saturday, April 11th at the Woodlands for Banding Together for Brett, a benefit show for Brett Alexander. The Over 21 event will feature reunion performances by Underground Saints, Mere Mortals, and Grace's Downfall. There will also be a set by former members of Panacea featuring Aaron Bruck of Breaking Vengeance. Also performing will be Aaron Fink, Dustin Douglas and the Electric Gentlemen, Joe Burke and Company, Tim and Rob Husty, The Boastfuls, Ed Rendazzo, Tom Flannery, Joe Segan, Tony Halchak, Ellie Rose, Jeremy Hummel, Nike Van Wyck, and Kate. There will also be an all-star musical tribute to Brett Alexander featuring Ron Tomasic and Paul Smith, formerly of the Badleys and current members of Gentleman East. Brett Alexander was the principal songwriter with national recording artist The Badleys. He's a respected record producer, and he has performed at dozens of benefits over the years to help others. Brett is in need of a kidney transplant, and all proceeds from Banding Together for Brett will help him as he recovers from the surgery. Banding Together for Brett, Saturday, April 11th at the Woodlands. For more information, visit facebook.com/musiconthemenu. All right, we're back here on Music on the Menu on the River. Now, you just heard our radio spot that we've been running for about a month now for Banding Together for Brett, which is happening on April 11th at the Woodlands. One of the acts on the bill is the Boastfuls, Marty's band. Most of the bands on the bill, a lot of them are bands that have been around a long time that, you know, have known Brett for many years. But we do have, and we're excited about this, a couple of really young artists on the bill as well. Ellie Rose, one of the artists that was performing. I think Ellie's maybe 20 years old.
Yeah, I think so.
Yourself, 21-year-old, younger band. But you do know Brett. You were telling us, your DC and I a little bit, you know, you were actually in the studio with Brett right before, you know, we realized he was going to need some surgery working with Grace's Downfall, right?
Yeah, so I had gone in with Ken and Paul Young, who's playing guitar in Grace's Downfall right now, to do some pre-production for new Grace's songs. So I think I went over there 3 or 4 times prior to all this happening, and then it kind of, obviously, you know, we had to put everything on hold for the time being. But
right.
Then, yeah, we got asked to play the benefit, and it was such a huge honor. We're really excited to be a part of it.
And you know Brett from another way as well. I mean,
yeah, I've known his daughter for a few years
friends
now.
with Harlow.
Yeah, so from my understanding, I don't exactly remember. From my understanding, Harlow had asked if we could do it.
Yeah.
So we were really honored.
I think I'm trying to remember. I was talking to AJ Jump, who I've been working with on the benefit from the beginning, and we were kicking around names, and AJ had brought up the Boastfuls. We had already been playing the song on the show at that point for about a month. You know, we were already, you know, big fans of what you guys were doing. AJ mentioned that there was a couple of connections to you and Brett, and yeah, we're thrilled to have you, you know, so thank you very much.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Thank you for being a part of Banding Together for Brett. It's going to be fun to have you guys.
Yeah, it'll be a great event.
Here's one from Nick Coyle. This one's called Direction.
Hopes and dreams gone off the sale.
Hey, this is Kenneth Norton from the band Grace's Downfall, and you're listening to Music on the Menu with Alan K. Stout on the river.
Whispers in the darkness, in a room with just yourself. The demons you've released, you can't escape this life of living hell. And there's no rhyme or reason for the person you've become. Conscience haunts the weakness in a time you'll never overcome. And I know you're the one, always the victim, always the victim. A martyr with a gun, always the victim, playing the victim. King of contradiction, you wear your faces like a crown. Now split the fact from fiction. Here you lie with face down on the ground and play the great deceiver. Swallow my soul, I bleed you out. I can't comprehend this life you lead, this world of selfish doubt. And I know you're the one, always the victim, always the victim. A martyr with a gun, always the victim, playing the victim. When it all falls down, my friend, calm the blues through the air that you are breathing in. I know you're the one, always the victim, always the victim. A martyr with a gun, always the victim, playing the victim. I know you're the one, always the victim, always the victim. A martyr with a gun, always the victim, playing the victim.
Grace's Downfall here on Music on the Menu on the River with a song called Always the Victim. They will be reuniting with the original lineup of the band at Banding Together for Brett. And before that, Nick Coyle with a song called Direction. We're hanging out here with Marty Monahan from the Boastfuls. You know, we talked a lot at the top of the show, Marty, about the Tequila song. I want to give a shout out to some of the people that helped you make the record. You worked with Zach Helsch producing it, and also you did some work on it at Joe Loftus' studio, correct?
Yes, yeah. So we tracked at Zach's studio in the Poconos, which is his basement, which is actually it's gorgeous.
I've seen pictures of it.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
I'm friends with Zach. You know, we're big fans of everything he does. We just played some music of his actually on the show a couple weeks ago.
Okay. Yeah, so he's a rock drummer, which was great for us because writing a song like that, he had like a lot of great input, and it was awesome working with him and getting that song the where it is now. We went in to record a different song, and we were jamming on Tequila to warm up, and Zach convinced us to record that instead.
Oh yeah,
because it felt better. But it was awesome working with him. And then Joe Loftus at JL Studios did such an incredible job mixing and mastering.
Great sound he gets.
Yeah, it sounds incredible. We were so happy with that.
And what about the video? Who did you work with on that? Because that was also really well done.
Like 5 freshmen from Marywood.
Really?
Yeah, I'm a communications student at Marywood. So I had asked a few of my close friends in the department.
It was straight up, but it was good, you know?
Yeah. We didn't want to go overboard, and we weren't at a point where we could drop like $500-$600 on a music video.
Right.
Because, we have other things that we have to take care of.
It captured the energy of the band, and it captured the song.
Yeah, and that's really all we needed it to do.
Exactly. So. Yeah, good stuff. Here's one from Bob Lewis. This one's called Small Town Waltz.
She was born in a small town near the interstate. Rubber bands and a shoebox, one day she'd escape. Raised up on rooftops, watching trucks roll on. $600 and a grandpa's watch, saved for leaving home. Leaving home, leaving home. Leaving home, leaving home. He was born on the highway in the back of a Chevrolet. 'Cause on the way to the hospital, his mama couldn't wait. It was then where he belonged, so he worked there all his life. Barely got the chance to raise his kids or hold his pretty wife. Coming home, coming home, coming home, coming home. Late in the evening, passing strangers on the road. The radio is trying to let us know the way through the darkness. Don't feel so alone. One's carried out, one's carried home. Hey! Just off an exit around a curve with a steep decline. Laid a car on its rooftop, they were first to pass by. Turned to flames, dialed 911, but it was too damn late. Held their heads, tried to save a life, you could hear the angels sing. Coming home, coming home. Coming home, coming home. Late in the evening, passing strangers on the road. The radio is trying to let us know. Way through the darkness, don't feel so alone. One's carried out, one's carried home. One's carried out, one's carried home. Hey!
Bob Lewis here on Music on the Menu on the River with a song called Small Town Waltz. We spent the whole hour here talking with Marty Monahan from the Boastfuls. Marty, thanks so much for coming in, man. It was a pleasure to meet you and
Thank you
talk
for
to you
having
about
me.
the music. where can people that are interested in what you're doing find you online? Where can people buy tequila? Is it on iTunes and the usual platforms?
Yeah, so when we distributed it, went out pretty much everywhere you could buy or stream music. Spotify and Apple Music are the two big ones, but it's on like Amazon Music and like all of those smaller streaming platforms.
Okay.
Social media, Facebook is our biggest one. It's just the Boastfuls, the Boastfuls Music on Instagram. And our website is currently under development. I think we're just finishing it up, so that should be live within the next week or so. I think it's just theboastfuls.com.
And you can find the video on YouTube.
Yep.
Yeah, so you check out the video if you dug the song. We open the program with it. It's a cool clip, man.
Thank you.
And we'll look forward to seeing you on April 11th, man.
Yes, absolutely.
It's gonna be a great night of music. I leave it now as I always do with the Badleys. So closing with one of my favorite songs that Brett ever wrote. This one's called Luther's Windows. You listen to the lyrics. Check this out. You turn your back to the sun, you see only shadows. Look beneath the stars, it's the only night. We'll catch you next week.
Luther's windows are lit up with nothing, a crystal, a picture, a dead potted sage, a dusty white curtain, the nose prints of a dog, a shot glass collection from his drug driving days. Luther's bedroom inside has an oven with fare that's a stare with old forgotten bread, and a cage on the dresser. There's a parrot that talks, but a name over and over is all it says. Turn your back to the sun, you see only shadows. Look beneath the stars, you see only night. Like a homesick sailor, Luther standing in the window, watching the world floating by him tonight. Luther's hands once held a chain with the keys to a home in a blue Chevrolet. Now he lives with his mother, steals all liquor, chain smokes and stares at the ceiling for days. Turn your back to the sun, you see only shadows. Look beneath the stars, you see only night. Like a homesick sailor, Luther standing in the window, watching the world floating by him tonight. He's watching the world floating by him tonight. Luther sitting by himself on the sofa with his head bowed down but his eyes are open wide. I'm a one-man revival with an electronic Bible, listening to the parade going by. And the bass drum is pounding, the trumpets are playing. He's reading a verse of St. John. Sugar line seeps through the blind. Luther pulls down the shade until he makes up his mind. Well, turn your back to the sun, you see only shadows. Look beneath the stars, you see only night. Like a homesick sailor, Luther standing in the window, watching the world floating by him tonight. It's floating by him tonight. It's floating by him tonight.